Leading the field is the street version of the new Chevy SS introduced to the public today. And that is the car that Chevrolet is racing in the Sprint Cup Series this year, along with the new Ford Fusion and the Toyota Camry. 19 cars ready to go for segment 1, 30 laps. When the green flag waves, voting ends on what the pit stop will be at the end of this segment. So here's the moment we've all waited 3 months for. Time for the pace car to dip onto pit road, and for Sprint Cup drivers, 19 of them, to see their first green flag of 2013. Pace cars in. Here they come. Who's going to win the Sprint Unlimited?
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Looked like Hamlin on the inside, pushing Kane down toward turn number 1. 2 by 2. It's a Noah's Ark of cars off the corner.
It looked like Martin Truex Jr. in that 56. He's pushing Greg Biffle in the 16. Got a great run down the back straightaway.
They know they can push pretty well going in a straight line. They got to get off each other in the corners. I don't think I'd want to try that going through the turn, but they may. See him back off a little bit there. Give him some room. They may not do that as the night goes on, but that's kind of the right way to start this show off. And I believe these guys heard me, Mike, when I said, let's go racing, boys. They ain't messing around.
Greg Biffle leads the first lap from Casey Kane, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex. And fans have voted at the end of this segment. It will be 4 tires required to be changed.
And you're looking at Greg Biffle. What did he run third here in the Daytona 500 last year? Pushed his teammate Matt Kenseth most of the race, but ended up third, getting passed by Dale Jr. on the last lap.
Ford, Chevy, Toyota, 1, 2, 3, and here comes Truex on the outside with Eric Almirola in the 43.
This is something I'll be anxious to watch, because if you go back to last year, even when the outside line would get lined up, they just couldn't clear that inside line, even with a long line of cars. And they do it for just a second, but it's like they just can't get there.
Yeah, and Larry, again, I think that's the unknown. I mean, these guys are not sure where to go with these cars or what these cars are really capable of in this kind of situation. The last time we saw this, we wrecked a lot of cars on the back of the straightaway.
Well, the outside line pulled up even with Truex on point, but could not complete the pass. Look at Earnhardt, way up high, 5th in line on the outside in the 88.
Yeah, but you saw Biffle there in the 16 car. He didn't have any help. Casey Kane in the 5 is not up on his back bumper, and he couldn't hold those guys on the outside off.
Up into the banking from the gyro cam, which stays vertical as the track tilts 31 degrees.
That's just part of what a driver has to deal with. The banking, the car up in the banking, it makes it hard to see. You're getting forced down in the seat, a lot of G forces. That is a great shot.
Harvick pulls up on Carl Edwards in the 99. And now Mark Martin ahead as Edwards dropped to the inside.
And Larry,
one car to pit road, Terry Labonte.
We talk about these cars and whether the outside or inside will work. If a car is free, and we think these cars might be a little free, a little loose, you're going to run that higher line so you don't have to crank it down in the corner on the bottom so hard. So the outside may turn out to be the way to go.
Labonte takes his car to the garage, leaving 18 to fight for the lead off turn 4.
Teammates working together there. Jeff Gordon in the 24 just let Casey Kane in the 5 slide down in front of him.
Truex's Toyota out in front of a pair of Fords. Marcus Ambrose, Eric Almirola, teammates for Richard Petty in the 9 and 43, and we're 3 wide.
Yeah, you saw Matt Kenseth in that yellow 20 car. He was getting a push from Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88. Now he's going to jump down to the bottom in front of Ambrose in the 9.
That 20 car is stout. Matt Kenseth looks really good in that car. He was upset with himself about a wreck he caused yesterday, but it hadn't affected the way he's racing tonight.
Almirola goes from 2nd to 17th in the length of the backstretch. Stuck in the middle.
Sucker hole.
Mark Martin there right now in the 55, middle, 3 wide.
But Larry, already, I mean, I feel pretty good. We're racing here 3 wide, and we're racing pretty hard. Everything looks to be going pretty smooth so far.
Jeff Gordon and 2 other cars losing a bit of touch with the pack down on the inside and drifting backwards. You're riding with Earnhardt. Truex ahead in the Napa car.
See, that's another thing, Mike, these guys don't know. Can I fall back and can I pull myself back up? That's something they'll be working on.
They're going to have to find out, because this foursome, led by Jeff Gordon in the 24, are losing touch with the leaders. Mark Martin still stuck in the middle, this time at the back of the pack, and sparks flew from his number 55, as you'll see here from Harvick's on board.
That looks like the splitter might be dragging just a little bit, Larry, and the car's just running the nose a little too close to the track and sparking.
Here comes Earnhardt up the outside, 3 wide once again. And then he takes it and slices right to the bottom in 4th place.
It's like you can definitely make a move on the high side, but the minute you can get down to the bottom, definitely think that's the way to go.
Matt Kenseth is the leader. Krista's in his pit.
Mike, and not just is Matt Kenseth working with a new team, a new crew chief in Jason Ratcliffe, but also a new spotter in Chris Osborne. Chris telling Matt, don't get too far out there. We need these guys to stay with us.
Kenseth, Ambrose, and Biffle. A Toyota leading 2 Fords as we complete 7 laps.
Woohoo!
The Sprint Unlimited. We're just getting started.
That's nice. Hello there.
Celebrate the most magical holiday of the year.
Since 1975, family-owned Arcata Used Tire and Wheels have been carrying the absolute best selection of used tires in stock, and a great selection of used wheels, too. On a budget, they can set you up with a set of quality used tires for as low as $20 each on up. They also sell and install brand new sets of tires for your vehicle, too. Rental owners have tires in the yard to get rid of? Call Arcata Used Tire to get them hauled away.
And remember, if it's round robin rolls, we got it. That's right.
At Mid-City Honda, we know that people like safety, reliability, and performance in their new vehicles. We also know you like low interest rates and great deals like these. Get 0.9% APR on 3 popular Honda models. The fuel-efficient and cargo-friendly Honda Fit, the spacious and comfy Odyssey, or the rugged and roomy Pilot. And right now, you can lease a Honda Civic for only $199 a month, or the all-new 2013 Honda Accord for just $249 a month. Mid-City Honda, just look for the carousel, 2 miles north of Eureka.
Here at Old Town Auto Muffler, we have over 30 years of experience in this business.
Ray's reputation is just unparalleled.
We do everything from oil changes to brakes to transmission overhauls to complete exhaust system repairs.
What I like about Ray is he's very accommodating, plus he's just a super mechanic.
Him and Joni will get you checked in and out with their fast and friendly service.
So if you want quality service at a fair price, come on in or give us a call.
We're from the United States Forest Service, and we're watching Fox 28.
They've been searching for a kidnapped child.
He knows we're close to finding Joey and he's planning something.
Fox Monday. They find him.
That's them. We gotta move it. I'm going in.
The following, all new, Monday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
NASCAR on Fox from Daytona, the Sprint Unlimited race break, and your leader is Matt Kenseth. He's led the most laps, the first of 3 segments tonight. Among the 19 drivers, we've had 3 different lead changes, 3 different leaders. You, the fan, can vote on your Sprint phone. Thanks for getting involved. After this first segment of 30 laps, we asked, no pit stop, 2 tires, 4 tires, 63% of you said 4 tires, so we are going to have a 4-tire stop.
And these drivers are saying, thank you, fans, because I'm telling you, Chris, these cars are going to get more and more nervous every lap that goes by. You saw them 3 wide early. Now they're 2 wide. They'll try 3 wide again, but these things are going to get difficult to drive by the time we get out toward lap 30.
You can go to NASCAR.com, and you saw the app 13 on your phone with Michael Waltrip, Chris Myers in the Hollywood Hotel, and Brad Keselowski, the reigning NASCAR champ, is with us when the race started. Right away, Brad, you shouted out, they're already pushing.
Hey, that's what it's going to take to make a move here, but we're already starting to see the cream rise to the top. Tony Stewart, he's coming. Matt Kenseth, he's been fast all along, and he drove right to the front.
I heard you mention synchronized driving.
Yeah, that's what this is early in the going, and you can do that when the tires are fresh. But the more laps they get on them, the more margin of error you need. And you know what the ironic thing about that is, Chris? As the laps wind down, people aren't going to give you any room.
We'll have a lot more to say after that first segment. Let's go back upstairs, join again Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
Thanks, Chris. Completing 13 rather, of 30 laps in the first of 3 segments tonight in the Sprint Unlimited. Matt Kenseth has led all but the first couple of laps. So far, Marcus Ambrose in the 9, Greg Biffle in the 16, unable to challenge, but here comes Stewart steaming up the outside in the number 14.
Why has he won this race 3 times? Why did he run second here last year? Because he was not content. Brad Paisley could have written a song there a little bit ago about we were single file for a while, but now he went to the outside, and man, he's trying to get to the front. I think he's going to make it. He's got some good help there with Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of help from 2 of the Hendrick drivers, Jimmy Johnson in the 48 and Casey Kane in the 5.
There is Greg Biffle on the left and the number 16 Ford. Here's Steve.
And Mike, his spotter Joel Edmonds is talking about what the guys behind him are doing. You heard Kyle Busch talk about closing rate. That's exactly what Joel Edmonds is doing.
And they're going to pile up. Hamlin, Johnson, Busch, Martin, Gordon.
And Tony Stewart cut down in front of Matt Kenseth.
I guess we're going.
Got a little bit loose, but then these other guys reacted to it, and they all crashed.
The defending champion of the Sprint Unlimited, Kyle Busch, heavy damage.
Mike,
that 1969 Daytona yellow on Jimmy Johnson's car, Corvette color. Not much left of it. Mark Martin torn up.
When you watch this, Mike, you're going to see that Matt Kenseth sees Tony Stewart's got to push. He pulls up in front of Tony Stewart. When they get to turn 1, Tony dives to the bottom, but he clips Matt. And Tony almost wrecked, but he hung on.
First caution flag at 15 laps complete. Halfway through the first segment, you see drivers climbing out to assess the damage.
See, watch.
All right, we're going to have a look at Tony Stewart and the 9 of Marcus Ambrose to the inside.
See, Tony right here, Matt's going high. Tony says, I'm going to get under him right here, and he just gets the clip by Marcus Ambrose just a little bit in the 9, and then these guys all react to it.
Hamlin hit the brakes. His teammate Kyle Busch got in the back of him. That pushed him up into somebody else, and away they go.
And Mark Martin almost made it through, got hit in that right rear, and shot to the outside wall.
Montoya, who has lost an engine in Daytona 500 qualifying practice and was in the wreck yesterday, sneaks through.
Watch his 55 car. He's going to get clipped right here when he's trying to get by right there. And, man, he nails that outside wall. See a side window pops out of the car. That was a terrible lick. That's also Mark's second car. Remember, he wrecked in the practice here yesterday.
There's a great shot of it, Darrell. He just came down and just clipped enough that it turned him sideways.
But he was able to hang on. Yeah, he was able to save it. But these other guys, they had to check up a little bit. Marcus went up the hill a tad in front of Jimmy Johnson, and here it was on from there.
29, Harvick, again for the second time in 2 days, sneaks through unscathed.
Yeah, the C's open for him.
You see Hamlin's number 11 down to the bottom. Let's ride along.
18 with you. Watch it. Hold the brake there. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Let it roll down right there.
And now inside the low Chevy of Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, here you're going to see Marcus Ambrose in the 9 comes up. He has to check up a little bit when he gets clipped. He'll come up right in front of Jimmy Johnson and breaks Jimmy's momentum, and when he does, they make contact.
Look inside,
right here.
inside.
Here, Jimmy, get out of the gas.
Inside. You're by yourself. You're by... We're in it, fellas.